Hagen watchmakers here on the ETA 6498 imitation. And I am going to, at this point, measure for the, to cut the crown stem. And I'm going to measure between the end of the crown and the case face. And I use a electronic gauge purchased from Esslinger. It says 15.5 millimeters. Let's measure it again. Fifteen and a half millimeters. Remove the crown stem. This is something you wanted to be very careful with, because if you release the crown lever into the movement, you have to take the movement apart. You need to remove the crown. And then measure and mark the 15.5 millimeters. Use these to cut. This is always a bit unnerving. I don't have an extra. Very careful not to grab the crown stem by the extending pivot and the square piece. So you kind of put it on there, and in this case I have to I always tend to be a little conservative. Always a little nervous about this. This is one of those things that And typically you need to grind down the edges a little bit, file them a little. I use a sharpener, a knife sharpener. It's a knife sharpener that actually has a groove in it. It was recommended to me by the first watchmaker guy I followed. And I just run it through the groove a little bit. That should be sufficient. And then threading it is usually a bit challenging. Putting the crown onto the crown stem. Doesn't want to work for me. Burr on there. Okay, as you can see, this crown stem gets very, very short for this particular case and movement. And then I get this down to where it's snug. I don't over tighten it. Maybe till it starts turning within the grips. The grips I use don't have any teeth on them, so they don't mar anything up. So I'll reinsert this and see if it's acceptable. There you have it.